on his behalf in support of him. And so that's what I've been doing. Well, another one of them is that is self-thinking. We are self-thinking people. We do not rely on the media or anyone else to create our attitudes and our thoughts about something that we're capable of doing for ourselves. So we're not influenced and we're not persuaded by the media. We have our thoughts and our beliefs and our knowledge, and we operate from that. Another element is the Constitution of the United States. We are promised for every citizen to be provided equal justice of the law, and that every person accused will be presumed innocent. I haven't seen this happen in Michael's case. I've seen a total denial on his part because he's been judged and condemned without a trial, but not in our minds and not in our hearts. Then another element is his humanitarian, the love that he illuminates.
All right, great. Okay, so I have some questions to ask you. Now, when we come back from the break, we are going to speak with Miss Geraldine over here, and we're going to hear about her book. And so you're going to have to stay tuned for that.
I love you, Michael Jackson.
I love you. Just be strong.
Love you, Michael Jackson. We support you all the way.
I love you, Michael Jackson, and you're my role model.
What do you think about these charges that Michael Jackson is just too friendly with children and that he allows children to come into his household? So if anybody has anything to say about that, speak on up.
Unfortunately, the thing is when you're a superstar like Michael Jackson, the thing is he's an open target when you have children, because always just one person, one to come along and make an accusation. Well, it was not even true, but just for money or just for something, jealousy or Michael didn't do something for her, or he stopped doing something for her, or stopped buying her this or buying the mother that, or whatever the case may be. Oh, she turns on him. And that's really, really sad, because I'm in the industry, I'm in the business, and I've been around major celebrities. And I tell you, and they're wonderful people, but they always have this fear of the public, because they are very, very nice, but unfortunately, people like to take advantage of that kindness.
Now let me ask you something. You knew Michael Jackson as a child, right?
Yes, I didn't know him myself, but I have personal friends that know him as a child. A friend of mine, her name is Gloria. She's a real estate broker, and she found Neverland Ranch for Michael Jackson. She's dealt with him in a business matter, personal matter, and absolutely, she says nothing but the highest regards to the man. He's always on time with his appointments. He's totally honest. But everything, all his dealings, she says, he's one of the nicest people she's ever dealt with when it comes to business. And real estate is not an easy business.
And so you're familiar with the family, the mother?
Absolutely. The mother, Catherine, wonderful lady. Nice, they're just nice, down-to-earth people. They're a hard-working family. They came from a little home in Indiana, and they worked very, very hard. And they, how it is. They've been on the road and this and that, and they just, Jermaine and Joe Jackson. They just, they saw success, and Michael, had a special talent, and so that's why they kind of pushed him, because they knew that it's for be a star quality. It's just like a natural. Either you have it or you don't have it. It's something that you just don't be trained for it. It's something that's in you, and it comes out. Just like you take people like even those famous actors like Elizabeth Taylor and Johnny Depp, and they have a charisma about them, and that's why they're in the superstardom and so forth.
So how do you feel about the family's resilience? And Joe Jackson has come out and spoken on behalf of Michael lately. They're concerned, and it seems like their camaraderie for Michael.
I think that I admire and respect the whole Jackson family. I always have. We call them our first family of music, because they are a wonderful and loving family. They are human beings like the rest of us. They make mistakes, they have problems, but they are there for each other. And of course, I'm not surprised about the father, because in Michael Jackson's book, Moonwalk, he talks about how his father, what he did for them.
I think that they should be honoring Michael Jackson and his family members at this point in their lives. You know, they're getting older.
Yes, exactly. I feel the same way.
So defaming their name constantly, calling them Jacko, and I mean, I think it's ridiculous to call someone out of their name like that.
Yes, it is.
Jacko, what do you think?
I think it's lousy. I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it is, and they mean it to be negative, but to us it doesn't mean anything negative. It means something that is beautiful and pure and wonderful and significant. And so because we took that and turned it into an acronym that has a whole different meaning than what the media intended, because I think it hurt us more than it hurt Michael.
I'm very happy Michael is surrounded with his family, his mom, his dad, his sisters and brothers, because that is where pure love really is. Because he can see it in their faces, and he can see it in our faces. You know, my parents are very strict, and I love my mom and dad for that, and I'm pretty sure Michael does too. You know, African-American family, and that it doesn't really come as a surprise to any of us around that era, because we mostly, if we're African-American, we were raised that way.
They are parents to be admired. They are parents, they are exemplars as parents. And I think that's where Michael learned his parenting skills from. Because from all that I've read, even from his wife, his parenting skills are wonderful. And even though that Martin Bashar, however, did that horrible documentary on him, from what I heard, because I didn't watch it. But Michael's video of him shows him complimenting Michael on what a wonderful father he is. And as a matter of fact, he said that Michael was such a wonderful father that it brings him to tears to watch his interaction with his children.
I guess I wanted to add to what she said earlier. Since writing the book, I've had the opportunity and the privilege of meeting a lot of the family members. I did an interview with Jermaine Jackson, and I find that they all have that beautiful, I mean, I've never seen people with such a beautiful spirit. And the thing that I notice is that it runs through the entire family. And that just blew me away more than anything, because as you're trying to understand, you know, Michael and how he's got this natural love for children, that's exactly what it is. You know, I'm meeting family members, and I'm seeing that they all have that beautiful, sweet spirit that just is totally, you know, love like I've never seen a family love before, you know. So I kind of wanted to add to that too, that it is something that's quite amazing, but I think it runs through the whole family as well.
Well, you know, I've done birthday parties, okay, because I'm a professional clown magician, and I met kids that actually been around Michael, and they like him. I even come up and asked a couple of them, especially after the '93 allegations. They said, "You didn't do nothing to me." They're talking to the clown, but they said no. Some of their hearts got broken. These kids, you know, because, you know, I mean, let's face it, he's a role model for 20 of children all over the world.
Right.
Do you think that Michael Jackson is trying to be a role model to kids, and especially boys who maybe don't have a father, or who are ill, or that type of thing? And do you think that it would be a travesty if he's not able to continue to do the work that he's doing?
I think it is, yes.
I don't think he's trying to be a good model. He is a good model.
Yeah, he is a good model.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And if you look at Beat It and Bad, those two kind of give a message. It's a positive message to say to the young men that this is not the way to live your life.
Yes.
Yes, I think he is a good role model, not only for children but for other stars also, because